Hey, what's going on, y'all? Here it is, another episode of Welcome to the Lou Town, episode 3, episode Trey. And today I want to go ahead and give a special shout out, as always, to my fellow brethren, to Cool Cal, most definitely UMG. He will be here in future episodes, like I stated in previous episodes, but you know he's handling business. Just to go ahead and let y'all know, we still doing a damn thing. Age of Aquarius is out. If you haven't, please go ahead and check out the new single Sad But True by myself, Killah Threat, and Grim Giuliani, which Giuliani is Guiliani. But anyways, our topic today for the podcast is going to be very interesting. Today we're going to go ahead and chime into some ways that you can change your eating habit. I believe this information can help those who might need a jump start on how to get on a healthy journey, but might not quite know how to do it. So if you stay tuned, I got some pointers for you. Holla back at your boy. And once again, it's another episode of Welcome to the Lou Town Podcast. I am your host, Killah Threat, representing Thoroughbred ENT movement. Today, we are going to discuss the very important factor, which I feel is important in everybody's lives, male and female, especially if we're trying to live as long as possible out here on this earth, is we are going to have to change the way that we eat. And I have some ways or some pointers that I can go ahead and point you in the right direction to go ahead and get you on that better eating cycle. Just a short story real quick. Once upon a time, I was way over 200 pounds. I'm 6'7". I used to weigh 264, 66 pounds. Once upon a time in my previous life, it used to be hard for me to actually get up in the mornings because I'd be feeling groggy like a normal person would. But just because of what I do on my day-to-day schedule, I really need to be up and at 'em and be busting a move soon as my feet touch the ground. But soon as my feet would touch the ground, it would always feel like it was like I was stepping on needles. And I mean, it would take me around like 7, 8, maybe sometimes even 10 minutes to get myself accustomed to walking on my feet. So that was most definitely problematic. So at the time, you know, me and the wife that I had at that time, we both went to the doctor, and I went on and finally had a physical. Now, by all means, due to my negligence, I didn't know that my health was that bad. I thought I was like a ticking time bomb for sure, but not that soon where I got the news that I was pre-diabetic. So once I became pre-diabetic, the doc was like, hey man, you know, you might need to go ahead and cut out some red meats. Might want to go ahead and implement some more exercising into your diet. And if by all means, if you smoke, you might need to go ahead and quit smoking. So at the time, I was like, dang about the smoking part, because I most definitely am a pro-green, pro-black and mild smoker, even though I most definitely retired the black and milds eons ago. But once he said to let the smoking go, I was like, okay, cool, I can go ahead and do a timeout on that. But the most difficult thing for me to wrap my mind around at the time was to go ahead and give up meat, which was red meat. But at the time, I was like, shoot, I don't want to be a full-blown diabetic. So at that point in time, I knew I had to go ahead and drop a lot of things. Just because I just had kids, you know what I'm saying? I just had my third child not too long ago prior to getting the news, like about 2 years prior. So I say all that to say this. You most definitely want to stay in tune with your doctors, your physicians, or whomever you go to regarding your health. Don't be like me, being negligent and then trying to do everything last minute. Now, by all means, a change is better late than never, but the earlier that you do start on the change, the better though. Just keep that in mind. Now, what I would recommend is to go ahead and start trying to implement some things that you used to do as kids. I always tell my friends, I always tell my family, my compadres, my homeboys and homegirls, you know what I'm saying? In order for us to feel like we used to feel and look how we used to look, we have to do things like we used to do. You know what I'm saying? I know as we get older, we have kids, we have families, we have lives, and lives get the better of us. We lose track on healthy eating and healthy exercising. But we most definitely, as a community, a black community, for all communities, but most definitely talking to my black peoples on this one, we are already high on the scale of diabetes, no matter if it's sugar diabetes, water diabetes, whatever diabetes. We it's too common for us to be a diabetic. And I know that we cook soul food, you know what I'm saying, and we cook all the things and make trash in the things that we can eat and cherish and pass down. That's what the slavery food, so on and so forth, came for, that we took, made ours, and then passed it on generation to generation. Now, by all means, I understand and I love the intuition that we implemented in our history, but now we got to go ahead and implement a healthy lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Because most of us, we should be trying to see not only our grandchildren, but our great grandchildren, and making that the new norm. But, that's just me. Now, to speak on what I know, because I walk this lifestyle, like I've been a pescatarian. I'm not a full-blown vegan, but I did most definitely give up the meat. So I gave up the turkey, I gave up the ham, the pork, or whatever you want to call it. I gave up the chicken, and I most definitely gave up the beef. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know most people will be like, well, where do you get your protein from? There's various sources that you can get protein. Like if you go ahead and eat peanut butter, great source of protein. You know what I'm saying? Some people say chicken, but that's if you're trying to wean yourself back into eating meat after you have lost so much weight. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I went from 266 pounds, yes, 266 to 188. So sometimes I be like at 184, sometimes I might be like at 194. But that, at least I'm fluctuating between those them 10 pounds from 184 to 194. If I'm usually over 194, then that means I need to go ahead and put some other parameters in check for myself, so I won't cross over that 200 boundary line. Because if I cross over that 200 boundary line, it's got to be me coming out like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or just coming out like a bodybuilder. Like if I'm gonna get weight, it's gotta be cut. It gotta be nothing but muscle, no body fat. You dig me? But what I recommend is start off light. Go ahead and just cut off a meat. If you don't like turkey, cut off turkey. I know the hardest for us is gonna be cutting off chicken, but chicken most definitely you don't have to cut off everything immediately. But try to go ahead and cut down on the intake that you might do of meat. You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating meat 7 times a week, you know what I'm saying, or 7 days a week, several times during the day, during the week, maybe just cut it down to maybe 3 days a week. And then out of those 3 days, you might eat meat for 1 meal, maybe for lunch or for dinner, but not for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. That's craziness. But, no judgment here. But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself to some fruits. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I like to eat apples. Cosmic Crisp are my favorites. Used to be Granny Smiths, but as I gotten older, the Granny Smiths got a little sweet taste to it. So I go ahead and vote the Cosmic Crisp. My kids like Fiji apples, so I also get Fiji apples for the youngins. I like pineapples as well. Pineapples is magnifique. Strawberries, oranges, no matter if they're like whole oranges or the little oranges in the cups, the Madrin or Mandarin oranges. Yeah, the Mandarin oranges be on point. Also, a very key pointer, go ahead and look up sour sop. SOURSOP, sour sop. So it's SOURSOP, sour sop. Now, what I ingest is sour sop bitters. They almost say it's almost like a cheat code where you don't even necessarily have to work out, which I don't recommend not working out at all. You most definitely want to go ahead and get your cardio in and get the physical activity in to get your body back to how it used to be and keep it to where it used to be. But yeah, I ingest sour sop bitters, black seed bitters is also another thing that I ingest as well, right along with the strawberries, the pineapples, and everything. Try to learn about shaking and juicing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Styles P from the Locks. That's a part of the juice community. Juicing is also very healthy. I know most people that work out get like shakes or smoothies, like from Smoothie King, for an example. When I stop in the Smoothie King, I get the 44-ounce pineapple strawberry metabolism boost. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go ahead and get that from time to time, just in case I need that boost and I might feel dragging along or feeling sluggish is what I mean to say. But yeah, on them sluggish days, that metabolism boost most definitely gets the body going and keeps the mind going, keeps the spirit rocking. But yeah, the other vegetables, what I'm saying, besides fruits, get you some carrots. Carrots is great brain food, great food for the eyes, you know what I'm saying? Salad, which I'm a salad eater. Anybody that know me know that I love salad. People say that I do the rabbit eating, but I do love lettuce, romaine lettuce, your tomatoes, your croutons, your sunflower seeds, you get your shrimp, which I like to eat shrimp in my salad. You know what I'm saying? As a pescatarian, I always get that boost of that. Get you some Emos. I know people that might not be in St. Louis, but Emos to me has the best Italian salad dressing, and marinade out, but that's just in my humble biased opinion. But yeah, if you go ahead and implement also beets, you know what I'm saying, which is good for the circulatory, which I eat beets and ingest beets every day, you know what I'm saying, great for the heart, great for the circulatory, you know what I'm saying, all over the body. Also does wonders in the bedroom too, man. I don't know why I'm getting all mush mouth, but we gonna get it together during the episode. But yeah, beets most definitely get that together, where you can go ahead and have something natural in your bloodstream instead of doing that Viagra or that Cialis or Hims or whatever. Just change up how you eat. You dig? But yeah, also within my drinks, because I know I make a fancy drink, which I also include it with my beets, because I have it in powder form. But got cranberries, and I also drink apple cider vinegar. It's a pointer for me. I know my mom, God bless my mother, so Miss Frances Moore, she most definitely would drink apple cider vinegar. I talked to my father, you know what I'm saying, and he also said that back in the day he used to drink apple cider vinegar, and it's always been known as a health hack, but also it's good for health. Either way, a hack or not a hack, I would suggest taking it, you know what I'm saying, because it wouldn't hurt. But I include the apple cider vinegar, give me some black seed oil, get my soursop bitters, put it up in there. You can go ahead and have a choice. I have 2 cups of water, or if you want to be fancy, like sometimes me, I put 2 cups of apple juice. You know what I'm saying? And with the apple juice, I'll go ahead and put in like my beetroot powder, you know what I'm saying, put in 2 tablespoons of honey with it, and then after that I just blend everything together. Usually having a nice big old cup of some sweet, some sour, and it goes down and it gets the insides going, you know what I'm saying, keeps everything regular, it gets the parasites out. Another thing, as far as health goes, if you ever have not heard, look up oil of oregano. Oil of oregano can get all those parasites out of your digestive system, where they're not just sitting in your digestive system in the small intestine or the large intestine, messing with the signals to your brain, telling your brain to give you all these unnecessary things to eat. And you be like, dang, I wonder why I'm hungry and I just ate an hour and a half ago. I wonder why I have a craving for ice cream, or why I got a craving for candy, or why I got a craving for whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you already know, most definitely now you're spending frivolously to go ahead and eat irresponsibly, and that's never really healthy within our culture. But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a messenger. I'm just trying to go ahead and put out some good information for y'all to go ahead and take notes, and you either gonna pick up the ball and dribble and run with it, or you just gonna leave the ball there. What more can I say? Just know this is me trying to help you guys. You did? But no judgment. Some good vitamins to go ahead. I can only speak on the male's perspective because I'm a male. But females, if y'all know any great vitamins for females, make sure that you go ahead and put them in the comments so the female listeners can also be put onto game about living a better lifestyle by just changing the way that you consume things, eat things, and so on and so forth. So on top of changing up the eating habits and eating fruits and vegetables and supplementing shakes here and there for meals as meal replacements, you'll want to go ahead and try out, like, I take turmeric for my circulatory system because I'm 41, you know what I'm saying? Looking good, highly blessed, but most definitely want to stay on top of things nonetheless. I take that nitric oxide, you know what I'm saying, to open up the circulatory system for, the veins and capillaries and the heart, everything to be structured like it's supposed to be structured and running how it's supposed to be running. We want to make sure that's consistent in order for me to stay on the right side of the soil. Can I get an amen? Now, besides the nitric oxide for men, Tangat Ali, you know what I'm saying, is great, you know what I'm saying, for working out. Gives you more energy, also great in the bedroom as well. Ashwagandha, as y'all already know if you haven't heard about it, is great as well. Shilajit is also great as well, with everything else that you can go ahead and take as far as health is concerned. And then it's just other things. You can take B12 for energy. You could go ahead and take fish oil, if you know what I'm saying, if you're having issues being regular, and so on and so forth. I also know, like, some people take what is it? They take what is that? I'm trying to think of the name. I think it's called Nugenics or something like that. I know Barry Bonds or some player, baseball player, was promoting that. But anyways, there's a whole bunch of things that you can go ahead and ingest to take as far as your eating habits, and make sure that everything's on the up and up. Just check with your physician or check in with your doctor during your next visit. But like I say, no judgment. Just take what you can and just try to create a routine from whatever you do, with the eating to the exercise. Once you create the new routine, then you can go ahead and start small, and then just get better or create more. Just go up where your routine is harder and harder. Like maybe each week, you know what I'm saying, you might have a rep of 5 reps of 10 push-ups. Then after you do the 5 reps of 10 push-ups, which that's 50 push-ups a day, you know what I'm saying, the next week you can go 6 reps, 10 push-ups, or you can go 5 reps, 20 push-ups each rep, you know what I'm saying. And then the same with maybe jogging or walking. Maybe walk 3 times a week, you know what I'm saying, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then when you get adjusted to that, maybe after a month, you can go ahead and maybe walk 4 times a week. Who knows? Just depending on your schedule. But different strokes for different folks. It's just some ideas. But I'll go ahead and end the episode off with that. Make sure that everything that I stated is strictly out of love. I know that in our community, obesity is a problem, and I'm just trying to make sure that all my beautiful black men and women, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, you know what I'm saying, nieces and nephews, we can all just live out here in prosperity and in true freedom. And the true freedom behind that is being healthy and being financially, you know what I'm saying, wealthy. But health is the best goal, the highest goal that we can attribute to. But anyways, yeah, that's a episode of the Welcome to the Lou Town podcast. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's your boy Killah Threat, representing that thoroughbred ENT movement. Shouts out to Cool Cal and Unrated Music Group. If you haven't, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the video content. If you have any 2 cents or any ideas or any plugs, please leave them down in the comments. Go ahead and start a conversation, because you never know. You might go ahead and put me on to something, or put on one of the other listeners on to something. Go ahead and be a blessing to somebody, you dig? And also check out that Age of Aquarius, the new project by Killah Threat. It's all on everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Tidal, you know what I'm saying. Just holla at your boy. Let me know what your pros and cons in, and check out the singles: The Chronicle by Killah Threat, and the new single by myself and Grim Giuliani called Sad But True. Video will be coming soon, shot by Kyle Alexander. Till next time, y'all already know what it is. Holla at your boy.